I've always been a unique person, you know what I mean? Sort of laid back in a way, but very adamant and very passionate about what I believe. I think a lot of times that sort of throws people off because they don't expect me to have the mindset or the process of thought that I do. And so when you come in to watch my channel, you may hear a myriad of thoughts and ideas that could be different from others. What I want you to do is just sit back, like, share, and subscribe. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Helping you along the way, helping you to make it through another day. Yeah, everything you need to know that you never knew, that you need to know. Black eye perspective.
Well, hello and good morning to everybody. We're just going to go right into the news right now. Of course, we have our show that comes on today at 3 o'clock. I hope that you all can join us. But as I was thumbing through some of the news stories, I thought, gee, Willikers, I think it might be necessary to touch base on some of these. Also, some of the stories are coming from our news bag. Our viewers news bag, and I love that button. You guys know I love the button. Let's see, we have somebody. Hey, good morning to you, Marty Lauderdale. So we're just gonna go ahead. Chicken Patty 13. Hey, how are you? All right, so let's just get right into some of the news that we got going on right here. All right, so let's just look at the first story that we're going to look at is the Arizona AG rejects the Secretary of State's call for the probe of the GOP-led Maricopa County vote audit. Arizona's Attorney General has rejected the state's top election officials' call for an investigation into possible irregularities in a Republican-led audit of the 2020 election results. The Secretary of State, Katie Hobbs, a Democrat, on Friday wrote in a letter to the Republican Attorney General, Mark Brnovich, citing media reports of security lapse at the audit site and calling for a probe into, quote, potential violations of Arizona's election laws in connection with the Senate's audit of the Maricopa County election materials. Now, Brnovich responded in a letter this past Friday saying that Hobbs provided no facts to warrant a probe, calling her references to the report's, quote, speculation insufficient to support the request of an official investigation. Arizona's GOP-led Senate has waged a legislative and a legal battle to audit the 2020 elections results in Maricopa County and the state's most populous county where the Democratic votes anchored President Joe Biden in Arizona, which flipped the blue into a presidential race in just seconds. So in just a second time in 72 years. Sorry, folks. While several reviews of elections results have found no issues that overturn Biden's narrow win in Arizona, questions about the legitimacy of the presidential election have swirled, with Senate Republicans insisting on their audit to allay any doubts and restore the confidence and integrity of the vote. Well, that's one of the things that are going on there in Arizona, but there's more. Hello, Steve Willis. It's so good to see you. So let's just take a look at one of the other situations that are going on there. So we're just starting from the 1 week and then we're moving up to the next day and the next day because we're going to lay down all of the news that's going on. Now, there is which you probably already know, but I just want you to see this secession and how this thing is going. All right, so the Maricopa County judge recuses himself from the 2020 election audit case. The judge, who was overseeing the legal challenge to the Arizona Senate's audit of votes cast in the state's largest election during the 2020 presidential election, has recused himself from the case less than 24 hours before a scheduled April 26th hearing, which was the other day, yesterday. All right, so Maricopa County Superior Court Judge Christopher Corey recused himself from the legal challenge on the 25th after learning that an attorney by the name of Chris Viskovic, with whom he had prior working relationship, had joined the case. Okay. 12 News is the company or the outlet that first reported this. So, according to a copy of the recusal obtained by the news outlet, the court received filings at 4 p.m., April 25th, that included the names of two attorneys, including Viskovic, who worked at the office of Corey as an extern within the past 5 years. Viskovic now holds a position as a junior associate at Culloden Law Group, okay, which is representing the federal-based cybersecurity firm Cyber Ninjas in court. Cyber Ninjas is one of the 4 firms hired by the state Senate to conduct the audit. The recusal notes that in accordance with the state's Code of Judicial Conduct and rules of the Arizona Supreme Court, Curry must recuse himself from any further involvement in the case. The Arizona Senate liaison for the audit said in an April 25th statement, quote, "We look forward to the assignment of a new judge and a rescheduling hearing as soon as possible. Meanwhile, the audit continues," end quote. Okay, we're putting all of this together so that we can sum up the news very swiftly, right? So let's just go to the next story that's still connected to this one. And we're just following the secession. I hope everyone is having a great morning. I'm on my second cup of coffee, which is a good thing, I like coffee. For those of you who love me and know me, you know that I love coffee. Okay, so let's see. I want to go to this next one because I think that it's amazing right there. All right, listen carefully. This was updated today. The story was first done yesterday, which again, I'm sure all of you all know this, right? These are just the news briefs to get us all caught up because the majority of our things that we talk about now are not necessarily news, but that being my background, we got to go forward, right? Okay, so get with me here. So the new Maricopa County judge assigned to oversee the 2020 election audit case. A new judge has been assigned to oversee the legal challenge to a Senate-led audit of votes in Arizona's largest county for the 2020 presidential election, the Superior Court of Arizona in Maricopa County announced yesterday, Monday. Judge Daniel Martin will be taking over the case after Maricopa County Superior Court Judge Christopher Corey, a Republican appointee, recused himself from the legal challenge on April 25th. Okay, now this is the 27th. This is Tuesday. He recused himself on Sunday. Martin, who was appointed to the bench in 2007 by the Democratic governor Jeanette Napolitano, was currently assigned to the civil division after having previously been assigned to the family, criminal, and juvenile court departments. That's who's taking over. According to Martin's Superior Court biography, he formerly worked as an associate at the law firm of Brown and Bain, which merged with Perkins Coie, a leading firm, in 2004. After Martin's time at the firm, election attorney Mark Elias, a partner at the law firm of Perkins and Coie Political Law Group, and one of the Democratic Party's top attorneys. So he looks like he's got some good background there. He's been around. Elias previously suggested in a Twitter post that Arizona's governor may receive, quote, GOP can receive sanctions for prior lawsuit that sought to hand count the audit there in Maricopa County. And the announcement comes after Corey recused himself when he learned that the attorney with whom that he had prior working relationships have joined. But did you see the very first part of this? I want to make sure that I reread that so that everybody gets it. The new judge that has been assigned is Judge Daniel Martin. He'll be taking over. And Martin, who was appointed to the bench in 2007 by the Democratic governor, Jeanette Napolitano, is currently assigned to the Civil Division after having previously been assigned to the Family, Criminal, and Juvenile Courts Department. Martin, according to Martin's Superior Court biography, he formerly worked as an associate at the law firm of Brown and Bain, which merged with Perkins Coie, a leading pro-democratic law firm, in 2004. After Martin's time at the firm, the election attorney, Mark Elias, is a partner at that law firm and a chair of Perkins Coie, the political law firm group, one of the Democratic Party's top attorneys. That's who's taking over as the judge. All right, according to a copy of the recusal first obtained by the 12 News, the court received filings at 4 p.m. on this past Sunday. That included the names of the new attorneys, including Viskovic, who worked at the office of Corey as an extern within the past 5 years. The recusal noted that in accordance with the state's Code of Judicial Conduct and rules of the Arizona Supreme Court, Corey must recuse himself from any further involvement in the case. Okay. I'll leave that there. Now, Arizona Democrats filed an emergency request to block the audit on April the 22nd. Corey granted the request the following day, but only if the party would post a $1 million bond. The Democrats refused, so the audit wasn't paused, but the judge was changed. All right, you guys, I feel like I'm gonna get in a little bit of trouble if I keep going, because you guys know once I start winding up, that's all she wrote. So we're gonna back up out this story. However, tell me what you think. We're going to go on to the next story, but just tell me what you think. This is so juicy and salacious almost. It's almost where you can't resist. But I truly find it quite decadent and would love to dig or sink my teeth into this one. Okay, so let's go on to the next one, which I found to be very unique as well. Are you guys there? Let me know what you think, because this next one I think is very interesting as well. The news is always interesting. The news is very interesting. There we go. Can you see that? Okay, I guess you can see it. Let's check it out. Let me go on the other side here because I can't see you guys over here. All righty. All right. Thank you so very much for being here, folks. We've got 6 of us watching, 7 of us watching, and we got 5 thumbs up. I appreciate that. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Yes, very interesting indeed, right? Yes. All right. So this story right here is, so we're going to get some help. Vice President Kamala Harris has stepped up and she's doing a great job. She has gotten us some help, and we're trying to see exactly how this thing is going to flow. But the vice president has enlisted help from the Guatemalans at the border. So the United States is going to help train the Guatemalan Border Task Force, increase aid at the Northern Triangle. Okay. Vice President, was that a Freudian slip? I apologize. So Vice President Kamala Harris, in talks with the Guatemalan President Alejandro Giammattei Monday, proposed that the United States helps to train the members of the Guatemalan task force in charge of protecting the country's border. In a virtual meeting, Harris offered to send 16 Department of Homeland Security employees to assist in the effort amid a recent spike in unaccompanied minors arriving at the southern border, many of them Guatemalan. The vice president also said that the United States will increase aid to the region and will assist Guatemala with the construction of shelters for returned migrants. The United States government will provide $310 million in assistance for humanitarian relief and to address the food insecurity in the Northern Triangle, Harris said. Harris and Guillermo also agreed to open migrant resource centers in Guatemala to provide services for people seeking lawful pathways of immigration, as well as those in need of protection, asylum referrals, and refugee resettlement, the White House said. President Joe Biden who has moved away from the predecessor Donald Trump's hardline immigration approach, gave Harris the job of leading the U.S. efforts with Mexico and Central America's Northern Triangle countries, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, to stop the migrants from crossing into the United States. The United States is planning to strengthen its cooperation with the region to better handle the influx of illegal border crossings at the U.S. border, at the U.S.-Mexico border. Harris told Giuliani that in their second conversation in less than a month, saying, quote, "We want to work with you in a way that will bring hope to the people of Guatemala, that there will be an opportunity for them if they stay at home," end quote. Harris said during a virtual meeting, the U.S. effort to train Guatemalan task force members will be led on the Guatemalan side by the Division of Border Ports and Airports. Harris highlighted in the need for the United States and Guatemala to better cooperate to, quote, manage migration in an effective, secure, and humane manner, end quote. The president of Guatemala is looking forward to the vice president's visit, but wants to reach an agreement on the issues before she travels to the country. Sips coffee. Okay, so he said, quote, "I believe that we should build a roadmap between governments so that we can reach an agreement and can work on this very hard road that we have ahead of us," he said. Harris's announcement marks a stark contrast to the policies under the Trump administration, which in June of 2019 withheld hundreds of millions of dollars in foreign aid from the Northern Triangle countries, the main source of mass immigration or mass migration into the United States. Trump made the call after the State Department determined that the three countries were not doing enough to curb the migration into the United States. The apprehensions of the people crossing the border illegally have substantially increased. I'm sorry, you guys. It's substantially increased in recent months. So I think some of those people are more so being held at the border as opposed to just, coming on over, right? They're just sitting there. And some are coming in. So the apprehensions are actually catching the folks that sort of increased. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, the Border Patrol agents detained more than 150,000 illegal aliens last month. Former Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Mark Morgan said on March 30th, citing internal data. While the Biden administration has said that the border isn't open, Biden reversed or altered the number of key Trump-era immigration enforcement policies, such as the Remain in Mexico program, which contributed to the surge, experts have told the Epoch Times. And that's where our story comes from. So what do you think about that? What do you think about that? So we're going to help out. What do you guys think about that? She's so helpful, right? I'm just, so there we go. That's part of the news there. And then what do you think about Maricopa County? What do you think about that? So some good stuff going on, right? I mean, it's amazing things that are happening. I really don't see much happening coming out of that particular area there as far as news is concerned. And that's basically what we're touching right now. We're just doing the news briefs. And so I don't know if that's going to merit a lot. We'll see over the next coming weeks exactly how that works, right? All right, so let's just get a really quick hello to everybody before we end this news brief. And that'll be all. Let's see. Hey, Steve Willis, I love when you guys greet one another. Very interesting indeed. Yep. Hello. Hello. Oh, hello, Rachel Van Ziel. Thank you so very much for joining. One of the members here now. Thank you so very much for becoming a channel member. Thank you. Steve Willis, all camel toes. She's so helpful. Oh, hello, Mr. Leslie, another member. I appreciate you for joining as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for being a channel member. Let's see, drifting, is that desires? Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Texas could use some help. Yeah, I'm sure that it could. They can audit every questionable county and state, and I doubt they will change a thing. I do too. And let's just be honest here. As the host of the show and making sure that we just touch on the news because we got to be abreast of it, I will leave the comments to you guys because y'all know yeah, your girl can get a little in. I can go in, so we don't need to go in, right? I don't need to go in. Y'all can go in, making sure that you monitor your comments and the things that you say. But yes, most assuredly. Also, we're going to have our show today at 3:00. And I think we're going to tweak that too. I don't see us doing that particular story about love. I think we have, I think we're going to audit or edit, I should say, edit is a better term, what we're possibly going to do today. So we'll let you know exactly what happens, but we will be on today at 3:00. So if you want to join, come on and join. I want to welcome each and every one of those of you who have become channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That takes the channel to another different level. It helps me maintain my existence here on YouTube. It helps keep me in the game here, and it also gives all of you all extra perks that other folks don't get. And so I appreciate that. That sort of keeps it balanced here for them and for me. So thank you, thank you, thank you to Rachel Van Ziel. Thank you so very much to Mr. Leslie. And thank you to everybody else who joined yesterday. Let's see, who else do we have here? Is there anybody else here? No, but I do appreciate all of y'all. Okay, all y'all. All right, folks. If there's anything else that comes up as far as news, or if there are any other topics that you guys have that you want me to talk about, I will. I will tell you this, that in our in our news bag, my famous button. I love my button. I came in late, but good afternoon to all. It's okay, Rachel Van Ziel. It's all right. We got some juicy news over here in the news bag, you guys, as far as what the news briefs are going to be. Now, what we will do, because the channel members, it's enough of you guys to give you all a video or a live. We're going to do that news that comes from especially the juicy stuff. All of the juicy stuff that comes inside of our news bag, we're going to put a lot of that with the members, so we can do those lives, which are shut off from the public, but we get to talk about them because it's nothing that goes against my channel. And so that's a good thing. So we don't have to do a lot of dancing, going over here to talk, going over there to talk. You know what I mean? Going over here, find me over here. Just come right here and you guys will see it. So we are going to talk about it. So we're going to talk about this story. Let me show you this. All right. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Let me take this off and show you what we're going to be talking about over there. I can show you. There we go. There we are. Can you see that? I'm sure you can see that. We're going to talk about that. Because now the confidence is in a whole bunch of other stuff. Exactly. Can you believe that? Very limited. If any, Rachel Van Ziel. It's really creepy. I didn't know that until I started doing a little bit of digging. I was like, yo, wait a minute. I don't got to run over here and I don't got to run over there. We can say what we need to say to just the members only. And of course, it's not anything public, but it is for us. And that's a good thing. Now, there's also another way that, yeah, so there's that. I don't even have anything else to say. I was so stoked. I was like, yes, okay, this is a good thing. So in any case, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so very much. For those of you who watched The Animal Kingdom basically yesterday, Thank you so much for being there. That was a real, I went back and I looked at it, I was like, this was really good because I had no clue that there were all of these animales that had been crossed up like that. Of course, that there's always a few. And I remember seeing a cabot when I was coming up. I was a grown woman, but I was about maybe 20, 19 or 20. And I saw a cabot and I was like, how did they do that? But apparently after what we saw yesterday, man has been trying to do all this kind of stuff for a while. So some of it happens in, some of it happens in the wild and then some of it happens in captivity. So that's a creepy thing. Anyway, I love all of y'all. You guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Rachel Van Ziel. And you guys have a great day. We will be back at 3:00 unless I find some more news. Hey, come on, read Unstoppable. How are you and the Unstoppable crew? I peeked in on some of you all the other day and looked at some of the videos from some of your Unstoppable family. I so appreciate you for coming by. We really love it. And I love your music on your channel. It's so relaxing. The funny thing you said that day when I looked in, you said, was like, oh, it's just a little bit of something. You do really well. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thanks for your work, Lock Our Perspective. I love you, Steve Willis. Thank you so much. I appreciate, he's like, that's my big brother. In case y'all don't know, Steve Willis is my big brother. Yeah, he is a very wise source of help. Whenever I have to, toss some ideas around, he gives me those ideas, the sound ideas. He you know what I love about him is that he doesn't give me my answer immediately. He'll be like, let me think on that. And then he'll call back, well, try this and then try that. Or he'll send me a message, try this and then try that. And I love that. So I appreciate it. And hey, if I need a kick in the keister, I love it. I know anybody needs to kick me in the keister that loves me. I want you to, hey, sister, get that right. And I love it because that's what helps you grow, right? And then I feel like it's a reciprocal relationship. You get me and I bless you, you bless me. We go back and forth. So it's all good. But nonetheless, Steve Willis is my big brother. So there's that. Yes. And the button. Yes, the button. Let's see. Hit the button. Please hit the button. Oh, hit the like button. I thought you meant that button because I need an excuse to hit it. All right. I love you guys and we'll see everybody at 3:00 today. No telling which direction we're going. I just know the Holy Spirit. I cannot say holy anymore because I learned what holy means. Ooh, the set apart spirit. I learned what holy means. Y'all look it up and spell it HOLI. And then you will follow that HOLI all the way until you get to the change when they threw the Y on it. Follow that, and he is just the set apart spirit. He is set apart from all. Amen. Okay, I know new and quirky stuff that sort of derails us every day. All right, y'all. See you guys at 3:00, and we will talk soon. Take care. Remember what we always say here on this channel, even though this is a news brief, that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of the Most High Yah. You guys take care of yourselves and take care of one another. To receive instant notification each time I upload, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification.
Lock Our Perspective. Helping